It is still Tourette's Syndrome Awareness Month, so I thought today I would talk about the tics that are the most common for me at the moment. Tourette's Syndrome is a condition that waxes and wanes, which means that the tics go up and down all the time. There'll be periods where the tics are quite severe and like much harder to deal with, and then there'll be other times where the tics are very, very mild and minimal and don't really affect the person that much. I'm currently in a period of like waning. My tics are quite decreased in frequency and severity. I think there's a few factors for this, but I think the main one is what happened with Bonnie. Grief and extreme emotions are something that are a massive factor in Tourette's syndrome. So the day that I found Bonnie and the day after, I literally didn't tic like at all. I was just crying all the time, and it was like I didn't even have Tourette's. I'm not currently having many vocal tics, which are quite a big part of Tourette's syndrome for me. I often have times where I'm more vocal than motor, which is like movement tics. But as of right now and what's been going on and my mood being lower and, you know, trying to cope with everything, I've had mainly motor tics. So my most common tics at the moment are tics involving my face. I've had facial tics since I think they started 2016, and it was doing this, and I've started doing that quite a lot again. Tourette's syndrome, it's very, very common for it to affect the face. Like every single person with Tourette's syndrome has tics in their face, as far as I know. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know a single individual with Tourette's that doesn't have any tics in their face. So for me at the moment, they're involving my jaw, my mouth, my nose and my eyes, and my eyebrows. But they are by far my most common tics at the moment. And I get a premonitory urge, which is the feeling and the sensation that we get before we tic. So I feel some tension around here before the tics happen. Yeah. Just last week, when I was a bit more vocal, I had a new vocal tic that had been around a while, and it was incredibly frequent. I mean, it was every 5 minutes probably. And I got that from a bird called Rio. I will tag them down below. But I would say, hey babe, hi babe, in the voice that this bird says it, and it was pretty much spot on echolalia. But that was very, very frequent. Obviously I couldn't control it. Yeah, hundreds of times a day. That was a really, really, really common one. It pops up here and then when I'm feeling a bit better, but you know, like I said, because things are not great right now, I haven't really been ticking vocally properly. I've also had some spine tics coming back, which I haven't had for a while, so when I'm sitting down my back will kind of arch and it's quite uncomfortable. Like I said, at the moment, motor tics are pretty like the most common for me, but they're very, very manageable at the moment. Every individual that has Tourette's has tics that affect them the most and the most frequently. So I know someone who has pretty much constant tics in their face and like this noise that they make literally after almost every sentence they say, and so like that's their most common frequent tics. But then for somebody else it could be something motor involving their arms. It's different for every single individual. I'm hoping to do some more videos before the end of Tourette's Syndrome Awareness Month, so if you have any questions about Tourette's, then please comment, and yeah, I'll try and answer some interesting ones.